All right, what's good, man? Y'all already know what it is, and I'm back with another reaction video, man. I appreciate everybody that's been tapping into the live streams, but in this video, we get into it. We about to cover Adam and Wack's show. Now, Wack was doing a lot of backpedaling, a lot of ducking and dodging on this particular episode of the Adam and Wack show. A lot of questions was involved. A lot of questions was asked, and we going to get to the bottom of it. I'm going to react to it. I'm going to call Wack out on a few things in this video, man. So without further ado, man, y'all know I ain't going to hold y'all too long. We about to get into the content like right now. Let's go.
You just said that.
What?
Well, you just ran down on Flacco and gave him a big old bear hug, which is interesting because he's got a variety of conspiracy theories about you. And
you should call him in here, bro.
he's on the news right now, but he seems as if.
What's the conspiracy theory? I don't see.
He thinks you're losing your mind, and he thinks that you might snap and do something to him. His words.
I'm losing my mind. Why does he think that?
He says that you seem angry, irrational, that he just feels like you're kind of on the verge of doing something crazy. And he didn't say it, but it feels like the suggestion is that maybe this is because of the stress that the big U Rico is putting on you, since you might feel like, since you were so wrapped up in so much of his dealings, that maybe you're next on the.
All right, so at the end of the day, Adam is spot on with what he's saying. I wish Adam would just call Wack out on it, because I'm pretty sure Adam is seeing the same thing that all of us are seeing. There's been several instances, which they're going to get into it here in a second, so I'm going to let them play it out, but it's been several instances that Wack 100 has been asked questions about either the feds coming to see him or his involvement in Big U actually getting arrested, where Wack 100 has flipped all the way out and got to calling people names. One of those people, which we talked about it earlier this week, was DJ Academics.
The feds platter.
What do you mean, Dylan's?
Like I'm watching Rich Homie Quan, and he's talking about how when rest in peace, that when he had to come to LA and check in, that it was like you and Big U sort of two men in the situation.
We was having a conversation
about checking in.
No, I was already up there having a conversation. Again, he pulled up. See, y'all got it. This was crazy. When it come to me, you motherfuckers seem to catch amnesia when somebody's telling the story. He said he landed at LAX. Whoever picked him up, whoever he was with, told him we need to go to Crenshaw High. He said, oh, okay, that's the blue side. So I don't know Rich Homie Quan. I don't know. I just know him from, I really knew his mama.
You were at the football game talking business with Big U.
No, we were in the parking lot having a conversation. He pulled up
to check in.
Yeah, well, you got to remember, that ain't my neighborhood.
Right.
So he ain't pulling up for me. It wasn't like we were scheduled to meet Rich Homie Quan that day.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So he pulled up, and I seen him, and I never forget it. I'm going to tell you why I remember it. Because at the time, I used to confuse him and Young Thug.
Okay.
Right?
Typical unk mistake of that era.
So when he pulled up, they all got out the car. Everybody dapped each other up. You know, I'm kind of like
Wack doing the old shuffle that he always do. He trying to spin the conversation around. But at the end of the day, we know what Rich Homie Quan actually said in that particular interview that he did. But let's keep going.
Letting them do their thing, because whatever he come to do, I don't know what he came to do. And he didn't lie. He wanted him to go out there, I guess, with the kids. On the football field. You know what I'm saying? You know, the kids in the gut, they don't see a lot of that shit. And that was all that was. But I don't him saying that I think he added to the conversation saying you flew in here and you staying here and staying there, because those elements don't fit what he was there to do. That's kind of like issuing a threat.
And they've been known to actually say these type of things and do these type of things. So right now, Wack is trying to play dumb. Wack is trying to act like he didn't have no type of implication in it. And I get it, right? But these are the same things that you've said about individuals, and maybe you added some things onto it, and now you're feeling some type of way because now your name is being thrown under the bus in the same fashion in the ways that you did Big U at one point in time or another when you was discussing things that he allegedly was involved in that you claimed to only had knowledge of, but you didn't have no involvement in. But let's keep going.
You know what I'm saying? When you telling somebody you staying here and your driver is this person and this, just that, it's kind of like, you kind of like issuing like a silent like threat. But I think he added that to it. And that's the conversation we need to have today. That a lot of these podcasts and when people get caught up in conversation, some of it be tainted with some real shit, and then a lot of it be tainted with some bullshit.
Now, let's just have a conversation about how much of the stuff that you bring up is tainted with some BS, and then how much of the stuff that you bring up is tainted with some real stuff. Let's have that conversation first, because you done said a whole lot, but you've been doing a whole lot of backpedaling lately since Big U actually done went to jail. See, I don't know if Wack 100 knew that his name would be mentioned in the paperwork and people would actually turn and say that him and 600 had some type of involvement in them going to jail. Now, me, myself, I read the paperwork. I know that initially when they start interviewing and investigating Big U, it had nothing to do with Wack 100. It had nothing to do with 600. But what I will say is, though, the open source information that they provided definitely didn't help Big U in his situation. Let's keep going, though.
You're saying people make up stories, inflate stories to make them crazier?
Think about it. You land, right?
Yeah.
Whoever he's with already done had conversations with Big U. Bro, we come in, we're going to pull up on you, right? So me knowing him, he like, what time y'all get in? Hey, bro, we coming that way. What time y'all get in? Cool, pull up on me. I'll be at practice with the kids.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm seeing it play out. That'd be cool for the kids. Nephew could come over here and, come out there for the kids, right? This had to been 2015-ish era.
Yeah.
Something like that. So if he actually came in, right, and went straight to Crenshaw High, jump out, Big U like, oh shit, y'all really here. What's up, nephew, whatever. I bagged up, what's up, homie, what's up? Now he knew who I was. At that time, I remember I confused him with Young Thug. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Right? So he said, yeah, man, you cool with going out here, with the kids? They out there, they gonna go crazy. They fans. He like, yeah, sure, cool. So he went out there and walked with the kids and they did their shit. So why in that situation would a person go having a conversation about motherfucker know who you staying at, who your driver is?
Now, all of a sudden, a recount of a conversation or a situation that took place with Big U, now all of a sudden it was about what Big U was saying he was doing the whole entire time. Pull up on me. You good out here. All I wanted, could you go talk to the kids during practice? Go out on the field, holler at them. The kids would love it. I don't need no money from you or nothing. We ain't trying to pressure or nothing. You know what I mean? Just, I'm glad you checked in with us. Hey, this was going on out here in LA, whoop-de-whoop, whatever. Now all of a sudden, Big U is playing it fair because your name is involved in it. But the story that Rich Homie Quan is similar to other stories that people like you have repeated about things that Big U and other people was doing to them while they were checking in out in Cali.
I think it's at least in part because
it don't even make sense.
Much like Big U, you've kind of gone into detail about a variety of situations that a lot of people are conflating with extortion at this point.
What do you mean by that? What you mean?
It's been supposed, and we don't have to get into the details of every single one of these situations, but it's been, you basically said in the past that Oscar De La Hoya was paying to not have his nude photos or zesty photos released.
Stop right there.
Let's go, Adam.
It's been said that that you were talking to Nipsey's family about the gay tapes of him not coming out. I don't know if there's money involved in that. It's been suggested that maybe Kim Kardashian at one point or Kanye, that they were doing stuff for you so that you didn't release more sex tapes of her.
Okay. Now, let's start
right here. This is the first time I've seen Adam actually take control of the conversation. Don't let Wack stop you from talking and get everything you want to get out. Don't let him overtalk you. Don't let him run from it. Nail his ass to the fire. Let's go.
For the first one.
And when academics kind of tried to bring up some of this stuff
on
the podcast, you got very irate and you were really kind of screaming at it.
Because y'all dumb.
So now people got to be dumb because they aren't listening to what you're saying. Everybody got to be dumb because they're not just taking your word for face value. Everybody got to be dumb because they ain't questioning you. No, being dumb would be doing the opposite.
See, right there.
You're a dummy too. I gotta call you a dummy.
Okay, but
Because I'm gonna show you.
But starting with the name calling makes you look more guilty.
No, I'm gonna show you why. Oscar De La Hoya.
Mm-hmm.
If you listen to the conversation, I clearly state this is what the attorneys worked out.
Mm-hmm.
See, the minute the attorneys are involved, right? This is not extortion. This is a business deal. Oscar then talked about it openly on Club Shay Shay.
I'm going to tell y'all what Wack is just explaining. Wack is basically saying that he found a way to legally extort individuals and call it doing business. But at the end of the day, we all know that it's extortion because this was something that Oscar De La Hoya, Kanye West, and Kim Kardashian didn't want to get out in the public.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So the minute you get attorneys involved, see, if you have something, right? That's yours. It's yours. And you got the consent to have it.
Okay.
And you like, hey, bro, check this out. This is really pertaining to you. Hey, attorney.
It's still blackmail. No matter how you want to say it, it's still blackmail. Why do I got to pay you to not put out something that could damage my career? And Wack been doing this for a long time. See, unlike Big U, Wack tried to figure out a way that he could legally do his dirt. Regardless, dirt is dirt. He's still playing, we call it dirty pool. He's still playing dirty pool. You still playing prison ball. Nobody's dumb.
Attorney such and such, contact his attorney, tell him if he wants to take possession of this shit, right, to where I don't use it, let me know. Right? He called.
What would you use it to do with it, though? What would you really do with it? Like, how would you use that?
Calls his attorney. They negotiate what they negotiate. They draw up their paperwork, right?
Did you get paid?
He never one time talks to Oscar De La Hoya, right? There's never conversation between the two. The minute you get attorneys involved in these type of situations, that's not an extortion. Right?
It's a legal form of extortion. It's called blackmail.
Right? So we're going to Kanye next, right?
Sure.
This started on Bootleg Cab, did it not?
Let's start here. He forced Kanye to do a verse and all that shit they was doing the other year with Kanye and Game based off of a laptop and some other stuff that they allegedly had on Kanye and Kim. Let's go.
I don't remember.
Bootleg Cab said, "What's up with these extra tapes I've been hearing about?" I said, "Yeah, it's a couple extra tapes." He like, "What you gonna do with them?" I said, "We would never do anything with them but give them to Kanye." That's what was said, right?
Okay. Yeah, that's
you
what
can
was
pull
said.
it up.
Purposely. Purposely. I don't even fuck with Bootleg Kev, so he might have been a part of the play anyway. I don't put nothing past him. He grimy too.
So guess who calls me?
The Kardashians.
Kanye.
Oh, Kanye. Okay. Yeah.
Wack, what up, bro? Man, I seen boom, boom, boom. Yeah, is that real? Yeah. Well, how could I? You said, okay, cool. I'm gonna put you with little bro. Y'all, you know. Yeah, send him to the airport. Bro, grabbed it, drive, went to the airport, gave it to him.
Okay.
Where do you see? Where's the extortion?
Maybe some of that stuff is above board, but I think that a lot of people are assuming that if you were doing all this type of stuff, then maybe you were also hitting up the food vendors outside of Crenshaw High like Big U.
No, stop right there.
So I don't think that Wack is doing some of the stuff that we seen Big U doing. I believe that Wack is running his extortion the same way that he just described. He's doing it in a gray area where it's legal, but it's still extortion, though. He's still getting some type of monetary benefit out of what he has. Other than that, why would these people come to Wack and give him, because he's kind of been like the person who's been the liaison or the person who's like the in-between person. Somehow or another, he stumbles upon these videos. He stumbles upon this information, pictures and shit like that necessarily doesn't have anything to do with him, but he's known in the industry, especially out on the West Coast, the person to take it to in order to get the person who's holding it over De La Hoya or Kim Kardashian, Kanye West, or, you know, some of these other people head to get it. You know what I mean? The same thing, the same way he involved or interjected himself in that whole, what's his name? Larry Hoover, Prince situation.
What type of stuff have I done? Everything I just laid out to you was either it was a business deal or it was a man keeping his word and just saying, here,
But you realize most people don't monetize their life in such a way. I'm not saying that there's anything inherently illegal about it, but most people don't obtain sex tapes and then profit off of not releasing them, lawyers or otherwise.
No, the profit came after the initial release. That shit been out since like 03.
Which, the sex tapes?
04, yeah.
Well, the original one, yeah. But you supposedly had more.
Yeah.
That Kanye didn't want to get out.
Yeah, but again, and then Kanye went on a show and delivered the drive.
What that mean?
Has anything ever come out?
No, because you helped facilitate the delivery of the hard drive so it wouldn't come out. Stop playing this is where you really want people to be dumb at. When they ask you questions is when you calling them dumb. But when people is using their minds and seeing beyond all the bullshit that you saying, this is when they being smart. Come on, Adam, let's cook.
Kim K's an op now, right?
She ain't my op. She ain't ever did nothing.
No, she's Kanye's op, and you're Kanye's homie, right?
Well, that has nothing. That's his ex-wife, bro. That's the mother of his kids. But if you look at the bootleg Kev show when he asked me,
he seems very upset with her.
No, when you asked me about it, he said, "Bro, what y'all can make?" So I said, "We would never do that, bro." And at this time, I wasn't even, I knew Ye. We talked time to time. Right? It wasn't no that's my partner at this time. Right? I said, we just sitting over in the safe. We ain't got no, that's it. He got kids by her, on some real shit.
We're going to sit on this, put it in our back pocket, and eventually we're going to use this to do something. Ain't no way in hell Kanye did all that with the game for just shits and giggles. A favor for a favor. I got this hard drive. We sitting on it. Because other than that, why didn't they been give it to Kim Kardashian? Why wasn't that been delivered? Why was it not until allegedly bootleg Kev? Because you got to create some motion for game at this point in his career. Let's just keep it all the way a stack. At the end of the day, you're going to wait till we get the bootleg Kev who possibly took a payment to even bring it up and ask you the question. A play is a play. And now all of a sudden Kanye gets in touch with you to get the hard drive back to Kim Kardashian, man. Come on, let's just call a spade, cuz.
Well, shit, we just give it to him. You wouldn't, absolutely not. He asked me that on the show.
Okay.
So Ye called my phone. That nigga called me. Right? Hey, boom, boom, boom. I said, yeah. He said, I seen it. That's real? I said, yeah. I said, how could I get it? I said, I just had a little bro bring it to you because I don't want to have that discussion with him because that's his, you know what I'm saying? That was his wife.
So there was never a time where Big U said to you, hey, this weed shop, they owe me 20 grand. Can you go grab it?
I never did that type of business with him.
Crazy.
I'm gonna be real. I've never ever seen him personally. I've never seen him take nothing from nobody.
Okay.
I got a lot of people that's close friends of mine that I may see once every 6-7 months.
Right.
I don't run with nobody every day.
All right, I'm going to stop this video right there. I just want to ask this question, though. We know that Wack then repeated a lot of stuff that Big U allegedly did. He just said that he's never set up and seen Big U do nothing. We know why he's saying he never seen Big U do nothing. Wack is answering this interrogation questions by Officer 22 very, very strategically. He knows why, and he knows how he's going to answer these questions, and he knows why he's answering them the way that he's answering them. But the tale is in all the videos and all the hours of footage and all the hours of audio from Clubhouse that we got. We can go back and look at it and listen to it and hear the way that Wack been talking about things that he was around and things that he actually took place in and things that he actually overheard Big U talking about over the last 2 years, man. He been talking about it, man. But y'all get in the comment section. Y'all let me know. Is Wack trying to tell us that he's been legally extorting people all these years, man? And then if that's the case, though, and if that's how we feel and we agree upon that, do it make it any different? Like, I don't really care about who's getting extorted, but let's just keep it a stack. That's exactly what you've been doing. But get in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about this. Y'all already know what it is, man. Roller Gang.